Hey guys, welcome back to Bites of the Bread. I'm your host, Davey. Here, we take a small piece of scripture, dive in deep, and go over it and talk about it a little bit. So, sharing their favorite verse today, I have an awesome guest who's actually traveled with me all over the world, was part of our evangelism team in Amsterdam, who I got to work with every day and get to see every day. Welcome my son, Shandon Davey. What's up, dude? Welcome to the show. Are you happy to be here?
Yep.
Grab a seat and we'll get started. All right. So I got some tough questions for you, right?
Yep.
Super tough.
Okay.
How tough are you? How tough are you? Are you tough, like a little tough or a lot tough? Eh?
As tough as I can win, as tough as I can have a pin at wrestling and I can win 2 games.
As tough as you had this pin in wrestling and you won 2 games?
Yep.
Yeah, you did. You won 2 matches last time. So that's pretty tough. So you ready for some tough questions?
Yep.
So I got some tough questions for you.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
You sure?
I'm born ready.
You're born ready? Oh snap, he's born ready. So, Shandon, you have a special scripture that you wanted to share with us, right?
Yep.
And what is it?
Philippians 4:13.
I can't hear you. You gotta speak up louder.
Philippians 4:13.
Philippians 4:13?
Yep.
How's that? What's it go? How's it go?
I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. Philippians 4:13.
Nice. That was a good job, dude. You memorize that all by yourself?
Yep.
So we used to write that right here on your face, on your eye blacks for football, right?
Yep.
So, with... What are you bouncing around for? Huh?
I'm ready. That's why.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, we used to write that on your eye blacks for football because we wanted God to give you strength in football, right?
Yep.
So, what are times that you do something hard, but you know that you can do it because God is with you?
You can win a game like wrestling, soccer, or football.
Yeah, when you win, and you do things that maybe you thought you couldn't do, but you ask God to give you strength. So, Shannon,
What?
I got a couple questions for you. Yes or no questions, okay? Just give me yes or no.
Okay.
Have you ever been on an airplane?
Yes.
Have you ever been on a boat?
Yes.
So when you went on the airplane, where did you go?
Out here.
You went here. From where? Where were you though?
I was
In Amsterdam. We used to walk around the streets praying for people in the city of Amsterdam. What was that called? Evangelism, right. So, I remember sometime you saw somebody, we were at the train station. Do you remember that person that we prayed for? You saw them. I'll give you a hint. Shoes.
broken shoes.
The guy with the broken shoes.
He didn't have he had broken shoes because he didn't have any more shoes.
Yeah.
He only had those shoes.
He only had those shoes, right?
Yeah.
And you saw him, and you told me, you said, Daddy, we need to go pray for that man with the broken shoes, right?
Yep.
And we did that every week. We went out all the time, right?
Yep.
Now, we're also watching a show. What's the name of the show we're watching together as a family?
The Chosen.
The Chosen. And in that show, Jesus.
I know what to say.
All right, you know what to say? Go tell me. Tell me what you gotta say.
Okay, so Jesus healed someone that his legs weren't moving and he couldn't walk.
Yeah, he healed a paralyzed guy. That's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
Now.
You did that before. You healed a lady that couldn't walk.
Correct.
And you never saw her again because you didn't know her.
Yeah, I didn't know who she was.
Right?
That was in South Africa. We prayed for a lady. She was paralyzed. And then after praying for her, she got up. She walked. She ate. She left. I don't know who she is. I never saw her again. Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, but so you why did you heal a random person though?
Because sometimes God will bring someone to you and you have to listen to God's voice. You have to listen to what he's saying. Sometimes it's an inside, you just know something.
Yeah, but I have something to tell you. It's important.
And
How do you hear God?
how do you hear God? So sometimes you hear God, he might speak to you. Sometimes he might just, you feel something inside and you just know that it's God speaking to you. You might have a thought that you never thought before or you didn't know. Or like the lady in South Africa.
And by the way, I wasn't alive that time. Casey was.
Yeah, you weren't there. You weren't born yet.
Okay.
Casey was there. Casey was like, I think 1 year old.
Oh.
So, with that, that's a perfect time for your scripture. You said that your favorite scripture is Philippians 4:13. I can do
All things.
Through
Christ.
who strengthens
Me.
Philippians.
4:13.
Right. So, I can't just heal people. I can't just go up and say, be healed. Right?
Yeah, you just have to touch them and then you pray for them and then they can walk. They get healed.
Right.
That's what Jesus did to someone that they were bleeding and his body part was falling off.
The guy with leprosy.
Yeah, but nobody can get that though.
Nobody wanted to touch him, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to get the leprosy. And he just prayed for somebody. Also, here's another thing.
Why did Jesus touch it though and he didn't get that?
Because Jesus has the power to heal. When we talk about, I can do all things, that means sometimes we do things that we don't think that we can do, right?
Yeah, but then you do it and you're proud of yourself. And your dad is proud of yourself or your mom.
Yeah.
Because you were proud of me when I won 2 games.
2 matches in wrestling?
Yep.
I was super proud. In the Bible, there's a story of Jesus walking on water, and his disciples are on a boat, right? Who gets out of the boat and walks to Jesus?
Peter.
Peter. Boom. Then what happened to Peter?
He didn't walk on the water.
He sank, right? When
Yeah,
he took his
but
eyes
then-
off Jesus?
Then Jesus grabbed him before he fell.
He grabbed him, picked him up, and then they walked back to the boat, right?
Yeah, but did Peter walk on the water though?
Yes, Peter walked on the water.
How do you walk on water?
Well, a lot of times you can't just walk on water. But God, if he calls you to do something, he always makes a way, right?
Yeah, but
Because does God tell lies?
no, because he's good.
Because he's good. He only tells the truth, right?
Yeah, because he doesn't do anything bad. Guess what? Is God better than Jesus?
That's a trick question.
What?
That's a trick question. Because Jesus is who?
God.
Yeah. I got you in your trick question. So, we have Jesus walking on water with Peter. Would that be part of I can do all things?
Jesus can do all things, but Peter can't.
Jesus can do all things. Peter can't do all things, but Peter can do all things with Jesus, right?
Yeah, I already said that before you.
You did say that before me. So, how about this?
What?
We say Shandon can do all things through Christ, who strengthens him. All right. I have some crazy stuff for you to think about. Ready? You ready to think crazy?
Yes!
All right.
I'm born ready.
You're born ready.
I've been born ready.
You've been born ready.
I've been born ready before I played wrestling and before I played football and before I played soccer.
All right. Born ready. So I got some born ready questions for you. Ready?
Yeah.
You ready? If Jesus
Ready.
tells you, hey, see that lady over there who can't walk?
Yep.
I want you, Shandon, to take your hands and put it on her.
Okay, I put my hand on it. Then the pillow's her.
All right, we're going to pills her. And tell her, get up.
Get up.
What's going to happen to that lady?
You're gonna walk.
She's going to walk. That's right. There you go. Somebody breaks their arm, and God says, I want you to go touch their arm and heal their arm. What do you think is going to happen to their arm if you are obedient to what God is saying?
I know what it's obedient means it's good or bad.
Obedient means like you obey. You listen to.
Okay.
So.
Then the lady is gonna have a fixed arm. Not broken. This is
Right.
why you do it.
Because can Jesus tell a lie?
No. He went on the cross, but he didn't. He actually was alive after he went on the cross.
Yeah, he rose from the dead, right?
But the people that were on the cross with him, the thieves, they didn't be alive after the cross. They went underground and they stayed there. But they went to heaven though.
Yeah, so their souls left. Their spirits left, and they went to heaven to be with Jesus, right?
Yeah.
Because he said that today you will join me in paradise.
But
Remember that?
yeah, but can Jesus make someone good when they're bad?
Yes, that's a really good thing that you that's a good question that you asked. Because I wasn't always a good person.
Yeah,
I still do things sometimes that are not good, right? Do you do things, is everything you ever do is good? Or just sometimes you do some bad things by accident?
Yeah.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah,
And then we
if
asked-
you don't tell the truth, then you get in trouble.
That's
If you
true.
tell the truth, then you don't.
This show is called Bites of the Bread.
Yep.
Who in the Bible is the bread? Jesus says that he's the bread of life, right?
Yep.
Also, in the Bible, what is the bread?
Bible.
The Bible. Yeah,
You
you're
just-
smart. You're
Yeah.
smart.
You just said the Bible before. You said the Bible before me.
That's what this show's about. It's about taking little bites of the bread. So it's taking little bites of
The Bible.
the Bible. It's also taking little bites of Jesus, little things of his life, little bits of it.
Why people biting Jesus? I know.
no, they're not biting Jesus. It's just saying, like, you're gonna take a little bit of his life and understand it and use it for your own life. You've given us lots and lots and lots of little bites, little bits that we can take, right? Things that have changed your life, right?
Mhm.
So, do you think that Jesus has changed your life a lot or a little bit? A lot.
He doesn't like me. He does like me a lot, but he doesn't like me just a little. Like me so much.
Loves you.
He loves you also.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my whole tower.
That is correct. Shannon, I want to thank you for joining us on the show. You did a great job. Had it. BT phone home. Little wiggles. Explosion. So, hey, thank you. You are a great guest. Was this fun?
Yep, yeah, but I have one more thing to say.
What is it?
So, if you're taking the bite of the bread, that means, I think it means that Jesus was dying on the cross, but then he rose back and now he's alive.
I like it. You are the talkative one. Thanks again for joining us with Bites of the Bread, where big differences can come in bite sizes. See you next week.
Can we watch it now?